Hi guys, thank you for joining me today. This is going to be reading for Cancer sign, the water element. Okay, let's just jump into it and let's see what we have stored for this. Oh, wow. Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups. Why I'm getting this kind of, oh, so many cards. Page of Swords with Hierophant. Yeah, why I'm getting that you have an idea. You have an idea which is very fulfilling to you. But which okay, you have an idea that what you want to do, and it doesn't have to be like physical action. Maybe right now it's like a more in your mental state. You want to do something, or you want to, it's not even like you have to do something like some kind of project or some kind of work, not like that way. It could be, but I'm not getting that here. I'm thinking like, okay, you are thinking about, okay, let's say you have an idea of your, what you think that you are going to be most happy is when you are just by yourself. You are, just by yourself, like you don't want to get into any kind of, let's say, commitment relationship or something, committed work or job that requires so much of time and energy from you. Maybe that's, let's say that's an example. Maybe, like it could be anything depending on who you are and what kind of situation you are in, but whatever gives you that kind of feeling that this is what I want, and that's gonna give me this Ten of Cups kind of feelings, like feeling that I am living my life, I'm being me, and I am having this emotional fulfillment which gives me joy and gives me a sense of complacency, like those kind of stuff. But then I'm getting this thing, I'm getting these feelings that you feel like, why I'm feeling that you are thinking that, okay, is this one of another of my whim, my wishy-washy kind of mentality, that I just want to feel like today I that's what I'm gonna bring, that's what bring me happiness, but next day I'm gonna crave for this kind of attachment, crave for this kind of commitment, crave for this kind of love from other person, where I wanna devote time and energy. But the moment I get that, I feel like, oh my, this is just too boring, this is just too predictable, this is just too like, I know what that person feels about me, or what that job's gonna give it to me, or what that project gonna bring. So everything is so predictable, so I don't feel that enthusiasm, or feel that I don't know, this feelings of doing something new and surprising myself and feeling rejuvenating and all those kind of stuff. And next day I'm just gonna leave everything because I'm gonna feel burdened, and I'm gonna feel like, oh my god, this is like day-to-day mundane thing and I don't want to deal with it. Is this now I'm feeling like Ten of Cups, now I'm feeling like, okay, maybe singlehood gonna give me this kind of happiness, but then next day I'm gonna get into it, I'm gonna feel bored in that. So you're feeling like, okay, so I'm just gonna be back to my page state, like immaturity, like that kind of stuff. And then I will then I will seek for, then I will be desiring for something more solid, something more stable. And then, like, you are So okay, so I'm connecting with a person, or few of you guys. Okay, let's say I'm connecting with an energy who is going through this kind of thought pattern, who is going through this kind of self-doubt. And I think this self-doubt is coming from because it happened to you before. It happened to you before. And it's like, you want something because you want to connect with someone with so emotionally deeply, but at the same time not the mundane, not the domesticated, lack of a better word, kind of love or kind of project. You want something which is unexpected, but at the same time have that sense of solidity. But you always found yourself either or kind of situation. Either you go into something with full energy and full emotion, and then you feel like, oh my god, this is the same old thing. It's like nothing is not giving me this kind of, I'm not feeling like, I'm sitting under the sky at midnight with I don't know, very nice weather next to the person that I always want to be with, or I thought that it will be a perfect way for me to enjoy the moment. But what I'm feeling is this kind of predictable mundane moments, which I know what's going to happen next moment, and then I feel like there is no adventure, there is no this subtle surprise. And then I pull myself back, and then when I get into my own, by myself, then I long for those kind of companionship which can give me this both. It doesn't understand. Does that make sense? It's like that kind of duality of you want a wholeness of a moment which will have the stability and the unpredictability. But I don't think you haven't got that yet. So you feel like, okay, maybe you are thinking about something which in your mind feels like that can give that wholeness, but you are then questioning your own pattern and your own past experience of attaining that kind of moments. You really want to talk. The cards are just jumping out. Let's see. 5 of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, so I feel like it's like that, like sometimes five of Pentacles in this scenario, the way I look at it is like, like while everybody is inside feeling cozy on a Christmas night and feeling very fortunate and warm and fuzzy with family love and food and drinks, and this some people, they kind of rebellious. They're like, what if I just walk on the street instead and let me see how I feel? I'm not gonna go with the flow, not flow, I'm not gonna go with the norm, and let me see that how does that feel, like walking on the street on a Christmas night by yourself and alone while people are celebrating inside. People may call that people may think that I am like deprived or I am like unfortunate, but maybe that's a different kind of experience that I long for. Maybe that will give me a different kind of experience. Maybe that will give me something that other people are not experiencing. I will experience some a different aspect of the same situation, like something like that. But you want to have that kind of different, you want to go for this kind of different kind of adventure, different kind of perspective, different kind of way of looking at the same situation. But you always feel like, what if I cannot hold on to that? What if I lose that enthusiasm of experiencing the new moment after a after like certain times, and then I'm gonna long for the, oh my god, I wish I was inside that house celebrating with my family, having cakes and drinks and opening of gifts. Maybe that was the better thing to do. Why did I choose walking on the street in a snowy day, a snowy night, by myself in the dark? Or maybe there is some Christmas light somewhere here and there, but mostly it's not that bright. Why did I choose that? Then you kind of feel like, oh my god, why I did not do that? So you are kind of going back and forth with this kind of like situation, that you are thinking that something ahead which will give you this 10 of cups kind of stability, emotional stability, and kind of calmness, sereneness. And but then you are feeling like, what if I don't want that after a while? And what if, how I'm gonna go back? I don't want to go back and forth. I have been doing that last 10 years, but I don't want to do that again. But I don't want to feel I don't want to be stuck in a mundane routine. Page of Pentacles. Yeah, you know, like this is 2 page, but I feel like, like also you have this Hierophant, which is like just a polar opposite of, in terms of maturity, if you call that maturity. Like how these two cards interact with their surroundings is very differently. Pages are sincere, but they are agile, they are young, they are more enthusiastic, they are more open-minded, they are more flexible, they are more like bending. When Hierophant is just a stability, just a more, it's not rigid, but more grounded in their own knowledge and own knowing. Like, so I feel like you are feeling like, how about, like how about instead of going all the way like rebellious kind of things, going all the way in, staying inside of, like going either like the extreme polarity, how about I find a middle ground and start from very, like very, it's gonna be sincere, solid, it's gonna be, I'm gonna be focusing, how about okay, it's not that, okay, I'm just gonna go this way or that way. How about I try to find a middle ground which will give me a sense of, sense of newness, at the same time a little in a sense of stability. Maybe I will not go there as a king, like, full knowing and full confidence, but I will start as a page, and I will be sincere, and I will start step by step. But I feel like it's hard for you to embody the energy of page, because you I am connecting with someone who is already in the state of, in terms of, like, you are not in a page energy, you are much more experienced and much more much more, you have much more knowledge of life. So it's kind of hard for you to go back and have a completely new, like, kind of not naive, but kind of completely like fresh outlook towards life, because you know so much of hardship and pain and disappointment that life can bring. And so it's not very easy for you to see things, like everything is like vibrating or vibrant and colorful, like with vibrancy and all that. I'm not saying that you are depressed or anything, that's not the thing. It's like, it's a how we depending on what kind of life experience you have, we tend to look our surroundings differently. Same object comes differently to each person based on what kind of experience we carry to interpret that object and make sense of that object or situation to our life. So I'm connecting with someone or a group of people that have that kind of life experience. So it's kind of hard for you to be completely rebellious and not thinking about this disappointment of being in that state of rebellious for a long period of time. But like, so you are having trouble to find a middle ground there. Let's see. But now you don't want to talk to me. I feel like, yeah, this energy is like, mostly you are like disappointment from life, disappointment in life, but you are not, you know that's the part of it, part of life also. What's the point of getting everything you wish for? And there will be no fun either. But you gathered some kind of disappointment from your past experience of, you have a high expectation from emotion, a high expectation from people and love in general, and then everything, when quote unquote reality hits, everything becomes so predictable, and then you feel like, where is the charm of mystical life? Where is that? But with this experience, you also want to try to find a middle ground there, but you are finding it hard to have a fresh eye look at that. Oh my god, nothing is coming up. Cool. It's interesting that I'm not getting that. Like I said, you are not embodying page energy, but there is like a 2-page right there. So there is a moment when you feel like, okay, let me start, maybe I don't have to think that it has to be either or I don't have to think about that past disappointment. Maybe I can just start from something new where I know that it's not gonna be all like poetic at the end of the day, but there will be some kind of stability and fun, at the same time some kind of mystery behind it. But then you feel like, it's gonna, yes, but I feel like you're gonna, you have that agility in you. It's not that you are unshakable, with maturity, that okay, my way or no way kind of. No, I don't get that kind of stubborn energy from you. I get that you are open for this kind of stuff. You are open for finding a middle ground. You are not stubborn with your own ideology of happiness or our ideology of life. You wanna try different things, but all you want is some like, I don't know. Yeah, look at this. I got Ace of Wands. That excitement, that passion, that gives you that, yes, life is worth living. It's not just all surviving. Life can be poetic. Life can be, we can look at other people's eyes and see the whole world inside them. It doesn't have to only exist in poem or literature or some kind of artistic world, you can have that artistic vision in your real life. But you are thinking, but every time I tried to do that, it kind of disappointed me, because people after a while just all back to the mundane routine, and then I feel like, where is poetry in life? Where is this like mysticism? Where is this adventure of not knowing and kind of submitting to this moment fully? Where are all those things? But you want to try something with full passion and full belief and full full conviction, with full vigor, something you want to try, and you are ready, you want to give a try with something to come with a fresh start, and not thinking about the disappointment or past disappointment that life has brought to you. But we are not robot. We don't think today and just turn the switch on and everything gonna be back the way we want. So we have process, we go through processes, and this is your process. You are going back and forth because that's your process. It's not that, okay, that's it, switch on, okay, next day I'm like all different. No, I don't think that works. I mean, it doesn't work for me. I don't know anyone either that works, this kind of switch on and off works for them either. I don't know anyone like that. So maybe there is somebody, but mostly it's like, it's a process. Otherwise it's just a forced change, and that always brings more strain than lightness. So you are going through a process so that you can adopt or adapt to this change seamlessly. I mean, this process it can be tiring, it can be depressing sometimes, it can be sometimes even hopeless. You feel like, okay, it's never gonna happen, I'm never gonna find that balance, I'm never gonna get that poetic sense out of life. I have to be all real all the time in order to really survive, in order to really be with people. That's not, you are figuring out what is it for you. That's all. Okay, let's see one more card. The moon, how beautiful. You're reading and you showed up. Oh, moon. Moon card, but here in this scenario, when I'm looking at moon card, I feel like moon card is this. Like, let's say you are on a busy street of a metropolitan city, in a cosmopolitan city or whatever, in a busy street with lots of cars and lots of traffics and people and all that, and you are walking and all you can hear this like hustle and bustle of the city, humdrum of the city is like throbbing, like with full force, and all of a sudden everything goes quiet. It's so quiet. In that moment, you can feel that you are breathing. And all of a sudden you realize that you are a living being, walking on the street, moving your hands, moving your legs, breathing, your lungs goes in and out. Your eyes are moving. All of a sudden, this awareness of your being, that mindfulness, that knowing of you being, that's what this moon card is to me in this reading. It's like Like while you are thinking about all these things, while you are going through this process, I feel like all of a sudden, I don't know why, my God, all of a sudden your energy shift. As I'm talking, I feel the shift of energy. All of a sudden you are like tuning all those out, and you are just, everything is so quiet, and you are just hearing, just sensing, just listening, you being present, nothing else. You are not thinking about what you want and what kind of action you should take to attend this 10 of cups that you are feeling so much. Should I take a middle ground? What gonna happen? What happened in my past? It's like this reality always crash my dream mystical way of being. I feel like I want to be rebellious. I feel like I want to take a different route than everyone else, but after a while I feel like, okay, this route is no different than others. I feel bored in there. You are not thinking of anything. All of a sudden, oh my God, this is such a change of energy, from Ace of Wands to the Moon. Like you feel that passion, you feel that you are gonna do something, but the way you are gonna do it, first, before you get into this Ace of Wands energy and really start doing what you want to do, in which way you want to go, take an action towards whatever this process of yours leads you to. But all of a sudden you are just saying, okay, this moment, let me hear me being present. Oh wow, this is such a change of energy, because you just need that. You are just tuning out from all these other things, which is also important. I'm not saying this is just a noise. This is not background noise. These are very important and significant in this process. But this is you. Okay, so this is you. When something get too much for a long period of time, you get bored and you want to tune out that energy and get into something different. So right now you are doing that. So that's it. If that is your way, so accept this is your way. We all have our way, we all experience things differently, same thing differently. So your thing is, you just don't like mundane, ordinary routine. It can be anything. It can be a thought that captures your energy for too long. Then you want to switch that energy and feel something differently. That's exactly what you're doing, even during this reading. Let's say one more card. Oh my God, I'm feeling so nice. I feel like I can just go on for hours, but I know, okay, I'm not gonna go for hours. I know. Right, let's get another card. It has to Chariot, another Cancer card. Oh my God, you are ruling your reading. Hold on, I need to change the camera. So then we got Chariot in reverse. So this is also, you are full in your power. You are, because you are in your element. Because you are asking this question. You are not just going whatever, you're not just moving in life like, okay, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that today, tomorrow, without really thinking what you want. So you are asking this question, you are reflecting on your own experience. That's your element. That means you are acknowledging your element. You are acknowledging your, what is that will vibe with you. So that means, in order to know that, you need to know yourself in that moment. You need to know your surroundings. So there is a lot of reflection going on. That's what you are going through. But right now you are right now, this chariot cannot move the way you want it to be, because there is this kind of process of reflection is to happen, you know. So once this process, it's like in its full swing, then chariot gonna, like the chariot is nothing about, it's I think chariot is all about finding a middle line where two polarity energy can come together and form a third kind of energy which propels that momentum, you know. So right now you are in the process to bringing these two different kind of polar energy together to create a third or different kind of energy which will move the chariot, which will move your 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 action or emotional progression, any kind of progression or any kind of movement. It doesn't have to be progression in a linear way all the time, you know what I mean. Life is not linear, I don't think so. So anyway, so you are in that mode, you are in. So if you are okay, if you are, even though I'm not getting that, like maybe a little bit, you are kind of okay, will I be able to come to a middle point, or will I be able to have some kind of contentment in my life without losing the idea of life, which is for you, the energy that I'm connecting with is very much, like life is not for life's sake, life is not for survival, life can be also a mystical, a poet, like another layer to it. And you are thinking, I wanna be stable, but I don't want to lose all this creativity, all this other way of looking at life, just because I want to be stable in life. So how can I balance these two different kind of approach towards life? Will I be ever be able to do that without feeling disappointed all the time? So right now, maybe that kind of little bit of anxiety may come while you are going through this process, but do know that this is your process. One can only, I don't know, like if you want to cross the sea, or let's say English Channel or something, you really literally have to cross that channel. You are not just gonna be from one part of the ocean to the, cross the, go to the other side of the ocean just like that. And by going there, you have to go through this process of swimming or boating or whatever, what kind of modality you're using it, but there is a process involved. Same with this, and this is a process. So just take this, you're gonna take it as you wish, but take it as a process, not like an ultimatum. This is not the ultimate output, or this is just a process. So yeah, it's just a process. So I hope it makes sense. Anyway, okay, so I'm gonna pull out a oracle card. This is it's called oracle of mystical moments. Just to get a sense of what's the subconscious energy you are embodying at this moment while you are going through this process, what you really deep down longing. This reading is pretty internal. Let's say what we can add on to this. Let's say, okay, I'm just gonna pull out one card, and then we're gonna we got the art of seduction. Oh, definitely this process is related to something that, like I strongly feel that it's how you view love, how you view relationship, and love general. Relationship is more, like love is more abstract, relationship is more socially created status of two people coming together. But love is more abstract. Love is more, there is more room of bringing different perception in love than relationship. Anyway, I'm not gonna go into that differentiation, but like I feel that this energy mostly towards, but it could be something that you're very passionate about, something other than love, or something. It may not, it doesn't have to relate to another person. It could, love can, there's so many different kind. You can feel love for so many things. Yeah, it's like this art of seduction, like this seduction is always, to me, always it has this connotation of mystery, connotation of unknowing, connotation of testing, teasing human emotion, human feelings in a very non-conventional way. That's why it's seductive, because it's not regular, it's not ordinary, it's not banal. So you are like trying to understand that art of seduction of life, how you can incorporate that kind of seductive essence to your life without going completely gaga, completely rocky kind of sense, without going completely like losing completely sense of stability. How can you merge this kind of art of seduction into your life, where you can have a sense of Hierophant energy and sense of Ten of Cups energy as well. That kind of coming together, like everything coming together, forming a whole. And it's also like, art of seduction is, I'm just looking at it, it's like number 5, which is also change. 5 is numerical. 5 is, to me, it can, it can talk about change. So you're looking for change, but your change is not okay. It's not the drastic change like you are going from apple to orange. It's not like that. Your change is more like, I have this apple and I have this orange, and I want to be alchemist, like magician. How can I bring these two elements together and create some kind of third kind of element which will give me this kind of wholeness and fulfillment, like chariot? How can I bring this two polar energy in the middle point where it can form this third element? Yeah, it's very, very beautiful, very beautiful. I'm connecting with someone who is extremely courageous. You don't take life for granted. You really take a look at it, and you are asking all this question, difficult question. It takes a lot of energy, especially nowadays. Like, I feel like everything is so ready-made. Sometimes thinking and feeling feels luxury, but you are not thinking like that. You are not taking life for granted. You are evaluating, you are reflecting on it, and you are going for it. So whosoever you are, just know that you're really, really beautiful. You are beautiful. Know that. Not many people can do that. Not many people can really reflect on life. Not many people can not take life for granted. Anyway, all right, Cancer. Hope you get something out of it, and I talk to you later. Bye. Take care. All right.